Hello dear students, how are you all? This is Professor Varun from Unacademy, and I have today brought up the PYQs for the chapter of laws of motion. So let us now start with my introduction. So there it is, you can see that I am Professor Varun and I have completed my graduation from the stream of mechanical engineering from NIT Surat, Gujarat, and later I went for my post-graduation and I completed it in thermal engineering from the College of Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh. And since 2013, I am into the field of teaching and I'm having 7-year teaching experience for the subject of physics. Since my 11th and 12th, I was highly interested in physics, so that's why only I went for mechanical engineering. And later I completed my post-graduation, my specialization in the subject of thermal engineering, which is the specialization in the chapters of thermodynamics and fluid mechanics. Okay, so that was a little of my introduction, and now little something about the plus program of Unacademy. So as we all know, this is the paid program for Unacademy, and Unacademy otherwise provides free lectures in their app. That is right, that is not wrong, but this package that comes with the payment does have many other added advantages over to the special classes which are conducted free of cost. So what are those? Please try to understand. Premium content at affordable prices will be provided, structured live courses and dedicated live doubt clearing sessions. Okay, wait a minute. The wire has been okay. Okay, actually my laptop does not work without the electric connections. It does not work on battery, and that just got snapped off. Anyways, so coming back, this is the most important part which you might have concentrated on, like dedicated live doubt clearing session. And many a times you would be getting one-on-one session with your teacher. You can ask doubts and they would be solving it for you. So there are test series and full-length mock tests, and that even with the analysis is provided in the app. So this becomes another added advantage which is otherwise not available in our special classes. Okay, so well, the prices are already quite affordable, but even then, if you are looking forward for even more discount, so you can use this code, that is Goyal. Well, I am writing it here, Goyal and live. There are two L here, dear student, please don't miss it. Goyal live to get 10% discount in that app. If you want to download that app for free services, you can download the app for that also. I am conducting free special classes in the Unacademy app too. So there are other teachers, those who are providing free services also. So download the app on Unacademy and start doing it. So let us move next. So this is the price that you must note, 12,375, which is quite affordable, 1,000 rupees per month. So this is not to be missed. And a very important part is on the next slide, that these are the teachers which are teaching specifically for the exam of EAMCET. And if you are facing some problem regarding the language in the teachings, so this is a Telugu batch, so you won't be having any problem in this. This is what Unacademy is doing for you. So you are supposed to use the code Goyal live to get 10% discount. So this is it, my dear student, a little introduction about me and about the Unacademy. So let us now move to the today's topic, and the topic is PYQs from the chapter of laws of motion, and the topic is equilibrium of forces. So are we ready? So let us go and hit it. Okay, so there we go. This is the first question. The weight of an aeroplane flying in the air is balanced by. Well, now this is having a little bit of fluid mechanics involved within it. The vertical component of the thrust created by air current striking the lower surface of the wings. Force due to the reaction of gases ejected by revolving propeller. Upthrust of the air, which will be equal to the weight of the air having the same volume as that of plane. Force due to the pressure difference between the upper and the lower surfaces of the wing created by the different airspeed. Well, specifically for this, the answer is D. Okay, so we all know that because of the Bernoulli's theorem, well, this question comes from the fluid mechanics chapter, when the wind is blowing like this. Okay, and so what happens here is that the wind that is coming down here, the pressure here is quite less and the pressure here is very high, because the velocity here is more, and because of the continuous application, like the simultaneous application of continuity of equation and Bernoulli's theorem, we know that the pressure is lower where the velocity is higher. So we know that the pressure here will be low and pressure here will be high, so the plane will be uplifted. So D will be the correct answer. Okay, dear students, so let us move to next question. Question number 2. I have brought nearly 18 questions from this chapter, and I believe they would be enough because we would be going to complete all the topics in equilibrium of forces. So now moving to the question number 2. So what is it? When a body is stationary, there is no force acting on it. The force acting on it is not in contact with it. The combination of forces acting on it balances each other, or the body is in vacuum. So this is a very simple question, dear student, but it's again one of the important questions which teachers don't want to skip. So when the body is stationary, there is no force acting on it. Well, the answer is no, because weight is acting on it, everything is acting on it. The force acting on it is not in contact with it. There is no such concept. The body is in vacuum, there is no such concept. The answer is C. The combination of the forces acting on it balances each other. So what actually happens is, like for example, this is a body which is kept on a table. Now this is stationary, there is a weight mg and there is a normal reaction here N. So N will be equal to mg. So that becomes the equation. So you can always say that the combination of forces acting on it balances each other. So that is the correct answer. So let us now move to the next question. So this is question number 3. Two forces of the magnitude F have a resultant of the same magnitude F. The angle between them is, well, beautiful question, and it is a repeated question. So time and again you are going to watch this. Two forces of magnitude F have a resultant of the same magnitude F. So this is one force, this is another force, and the resultant of this is again F, and we need to find the angle between these two vectors. Well, as we all know it from the chapter of vectors, also from our experience also, the angle is 120 degree. But how do we get this answer? It's very important. So let's see it. What will be the resultant here? Resultant will be F square plus F square plus 2F square cos theta will be equal to R square. So R should be equal to F. So we are getting it like cos theta is equal to minus half. So that can happen only when theta is 120 degree. So we know that much maths, and we know that cos 60 is positive half and cos 120 will come out to be minus half. So there is your answer. The answer is B. Okay, so let us now move to our next question. two forces with equal magnitudes F act on a body and the magnitude of the resultant is F by 3. Now what is the angle? We can now do this and I will try it here. And this will be 2f square will be taken as constant. This will be the total equation. This should equal to f square by 9. So f and f, they are cancelled. So 1 plus cos theta is equal to 1 by 18. So this is minus 1. So this will become minus of 17 divided by 18. So cos theta is equal to minus 17 by 18. So A is the answer. Okay, cos inverse minus 17 by 18. I hope this is very clear to you. So moving next, let us move to question number 5. Okay, question number 5. An object is subjected to a force in northeast direction. To balance this force, the second force should be applied. Now, this is really easy question. This is north and this is east. This is west. This is south. So the force is in northeast direction. So to balance it, we need a force in southwest direction. The answer will be C. So this was quite easy. Don't worry. There are many difficult questions that I have brought with me. Don't worry at all. Let us move to next question. So the question is 6. The resultant of the force this and this cannot be. So this is really beautiful question, dear student. If you concentrate over here, you will definitely get a new concept. So the resultant force of 5 Newton and 10 Newton cannot be. So what it will be? 12 Newton, 8 Newton, 4 Newton or 5 Newton. What should be the answer? Well, I tell you, there is a concept here that the value of the resultant's magnitude will always be lying in between a minus b and a plus b. It cannot be more than a plus b and it cannot be less than a minus b. Well, that's the concept. So here, let us take this as a and this as b. So 10 minus 5 is 5 and 10 plus 5 is 15. So you can say that r will lie between this range. But 5 Newton, 4 Newton cannot be. So C will be the answer, that the resultant of 5 and 10 cannot be 4 Newton. Is that clear, my dear students? See, this is the concept, okay, that when two forces, they are acting at 0 angle to each other, they will be maximum output will be there. So the resultant will be a plus b. And if I am saying that this is one force and this is another force, this will be the minimum. So the resultant here will be a minus b. So if it goes at some angle, let us say if it goes like this, so the resultant will be something here which will lie in between a minus b and a plus b. So this is a very important concept. Don't miss it. So the resultant of the force of this cannot be. Let us move to our next question without wasting time, dear student. Let us move to question number 7. The resultant of two forces 3p and 2p is R. If the first force is doubled, then the resultant is also doubled. Okay. Now the condition is, if the first force is doubled, the resultant is also doubled. So the forces are this. The angle between the two forces will be, well, a little tedious calculation is involved here. So let us try to do it. And we gotta be quick. This is equal to R. Now if the first force is doubled, so that this becomes 6 and 6 to the 12 and 12 to the 24. Theta will remain as same, so this will become 2r. So these are the two conditions that are given to you. We are supposed to find the theta from this, so we have to work it out. So let us see what is it coming. I don't have that much space here, so a little constraint. 9p square plus 4p square, so that will be 13p square. Thirty-six plus 4 will be 40p square plus 24p square cos theta square root is equal to this. So now we need to find it. So we divide it, we take it like this. 1 by 4 is equal to 13 plus 12. Oh, so this is a whooping condition. Now we need to solve it, multiply by 4 and subtract it. So my dear student, I'm just leaving it here. You can find the answer. Let us say if I have 1 to 60 degree, cos 60 will be half, this will be 6. So this will be 19, 6, 4s are 24, 44, 19 by 44, so it will be 19 by 11. So this will not do. So 60 degree cannot be there. And if we subtract it, so you can use it in a hit and trial method also. So to find it, to find the answer, cos 180 degree is minus 1. So this is 1 by 40 minus 24. Again, it is not 1 by 4. So this answer is not there. So most probably answer should be 120 degree. You can find it, my dear student. Fine. I'm just not putting the value, otherwise you have got the answer, okay? If it is minus half, it will become minus 6 divided by 40 minus 12. So see, what will this come? 7 divided by 28, 7 4s are 28, and there we are. 1 by 4 is equal to 1 by 4, and yes, the answer will come out to be 120 degree, my dear student. The calculation has been a little tedious, but there is no other method. We have to follow this. Okay, so let us now move to our next question, question number 8. So please try this question number 8 along with me, and let us see whether you are able to complete it or not. The topic is equilibrium of forces. The chapter is laws of motion. The resultant of two forces, one double the other in magnitude, is perpendicular to the smaller of the two forces. The angle between the two forces is, well, this is again a repeat telecast question, comes again and again. This is really very important. So I expect you to complete this. See, this is a force F, one double than the other, and let us say this is the resultant, and so this is another force F. This is force 2F. So this is the resultant, which is given at 90 degree with the this force. So you need to find the angle between the two forces. So how will we do this? This is a very important question. Okay, and see, there are two methods. One is very tedious. So generally the students will go with the obvious method, which becomes tedious. We need to go with a clever method. So what will be that clever method? See, this is 2F and this is at an angle theta. Let us say this angle is theta and this is 90 degree. So if I take the components of this, so the component of this will be like this, one here and another here. So these are the two components now. So I can say that this will be 2F cos theta and this will be 2F sin theta. Now if the resultant is only and only in vertical direction. It means the horizontal components should cancel each other. So this only means that 2f sine theta should equal to f. So it means that sine theta should be equal to half. So theta should be equal to 30 degree. So the answer should be 30 degree. So 30 degree here, but 30 plus this 90 degree angle will be the total angle between them. So the angle will be taken as 120 degree, my dear students. So this question is a repeat telecast, but still this is like one of the prime questions that we find in this chapter. So this is very important. This is the shortest method that I have given you. Okay, so let us move to next question. Two forces are such that the sum of their magnitudes is 18 Newton. Two forces are such that sum of their magnitude is 18 Newton. And the resultant is perpendicular to the smaller force. Again, this is the resultant. Okay, the magnitude of the resultant is 12 Newton. So this resultant comes out to be equal to 12 Newton when the resultant is at 90 degree with the smaller force. Okay, so let us say that A is smaller, then the magnitude of the forces are. So what are the magnitudes of the forces here? We have to find it. This is A and this is B. So how are we going to do it? See, okay, A plus B is given, but the angle theta is not given to us. Now we need to find the magnitude of the two forces. So let us assume this as theta. In this case, we can assume the other one also. So this will become B cos theta and this will become B sin theta. So B sin theta will be equal to 12 and B cos theta will be equal to A. So you can say that tan theta will be equal to 12 by A. So from there we will find the theta, but we are not interested in finding it. A plus B is given as 18. We need to find the magnitudes here. So we must know the theta first. Okay, so how are we going to do it? Do we have some easy method? Because there is a difficult method here. So we can do one thing. We must go for a bigger method then. I don't really want to go for that. What we can do here, we can square and add them both, so it will become yes. Now what are we doing is we squared these two equations and added them. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So B square is equal to 144 plus A square. Here now we can substitute the value of one of the variables into A or into B. So how are we going to do that? Let us say we substitute B here. So 18 minus A square will be equal to 144 plus A square. So it will be 18 square is or we can do one thing, we can substitute the values here. 16 square 256 and 256. Let us say substitute 2 here, so it will be 16. Yes, the 2 it means 4, so 148. No, the answer, this answer is wrong. So let us say we substitute 5 here. We are just substituting the values. So it is coming 5, 13 square is 169 and 525 is 169, my dear students. So B is the answer. We have found it without going into tedious calculations. So because we have used the substitution method here. Okay. So moving next to the question number 10. Now, which of the four arrangements in the figure correctly shows the vector addition of the factor f1 and f2 to yield the third force f3? So, students, there is a problem with the printing here. So, when it is written f3 and there is a p written over at the head, it is not actually the p, it is actually the vector sign. So, this is like a typing error. So do not worry about that. So let us see. F1 and F2 yields F3. So this is F2, this is F1, and this is F2. So obviously the resultant should be this. This is a wrong answer. F2 is this and F1 is this. The resultant should be this. This is also a wrong answer. Here F1, F2 and F3, C is the absolutely correct answer. D is properly wrong. So this was an easy question. We could have done it. So let us now move to question number 11. Which of the following sets of concurrent forces may be in equilibrium? So which of these forces they are in equilibrium? So if they are in equilibrium, we need to create a triangle. There is a concept here. These three forces will be in equilibrium if they will create a triangle, and the triangle should be cyclic and closed. That is the condition. So it means that all these forces must be the three sides of a triangle. So we will use that condition and we will put it here. So what is that condition of a triangle? Well, this condition is A plus B should be greater than C, A plus C should be greater than B, B plus C should be greater than A. So the sum of two sides should always be greater than the third side. So that is what we are going to use here. So how? 3 plus 5 is 8 and the other side is 9. This is wrong. 3 plus 5 or 3 plus 1 is 4. That is wrong. 3 plus 5 is 8. So that is not greater than this. Again, C is wrong. But as per the D option is concerned, 3 plus 5 is 8, which is greater than 6. 3 plus 6 is greater than 5. 5 plus 6 is greater than 3. So this will definitely make a triangle. And if proper directions are used, we would be able to achieve the equilibrium with these three forces. So with this, we have completed our 11th question. Easy. Let us now move to next question, question number 12. Three forces starts acting simultaneously on a particle moving with the velocity v vector. These forces are represented in the magnitude and direction by the three sides. So particle is moving with velocity v, and these forces are represented in magnitude and direction with the three sides of the triangle. The particle will now move with the velocity of. Okay, dear student, this is a very good question. So what it will be? See, this is one force, this is another, and this is another. So all these three forces, they are in a cyclic order. So it means that F, the force equivalent, will be equal to 0. So when the F net is 0, when the F net is 0, the velocity remains unchanged. So A will be the correct answer. Okay, question number 12. So let us move to question number 13. Well, dear student, this will be last for today because the time is already up. So let us see question number 13. Which of the following groups of the forces could be in equilibrium? Again the same question. For equilibrium, the triangle should be completed. So what is the condition for the triangle? The same question. So this can be the answer. No. This can be the answer. No. 5 plus 4 is 9, which is lesser than 10. So 3, 4 and 5 is the correct answer. this will be 3, this will be 4, and this will be 5. And we know that this is the Pythagorean triplet. This is really very important for us to remember these Pythagorean triplets. There is one more, 13 and 5. 12 and 5 and 13. These are the two very important Pythagorean triplets which you must remember. So my dear students, this is Professor Varun from Unacademy, and we have now completed PYQs for the equilibrium of forces in just half an hour. 13 questions have been completed. So this was my job, and dear students, I am providing free of cost special classes on YouTube, on Unacademy app. In Unacademy app from 4 p.m. onwards, 4 to 5 for one class, and for a couple of days I would be providing from 5 to 6 also, but this is my general time, and we are trying to complete work, energy, power, which is almost complete, and tomorrow we will just complete it, finish this chapter off. And these classes are completely free of cost, so you can join me. You can download the app of Unacademy and follow me there, so that you do not miss any of the free lecture provided by me. All the lectures are of optimum level and very good quality. So this is Professor Varun, my dear students. All the best. Bye.